On the next episode of Arne Talk, we'll be joined by European model and Mr. World Finland, Tino Kantonen. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, my name is Arne and welcome to Arne Talk. Our guest for tonight is a European model and Mr. World Finland. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Tino Kantonen. Hi Tino.
Hi Arne, thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What keeps you busy?
It's mainly studying, but I also do some work from time to time. But yeah, I just mainly stay at home and study, or then I go to the gym. That's pretty much all I do right now.
You competed for Mr. World and went here to the Philippines. Now, we will be showing you a video of that. Do you still remember this one?
Yeah, I do remember that one. I had so much shorter hair back then. I've grown it out.
This was in 2019, right? When you competed.
Yeah, it was 1.5 years ago.
Tell us your experience about that. You were here in the Philippines 2 years ago, so and you competed for Mr. World. You represented your country. How was the experience?
It was quite crazy. I had there was just such a short notice for me to go. It was like 3 weeks before the competition. I was asked to go to the competition. I of course said yes. I wanted to see the beautiful country that Philippines is, and I had such a fun time over there, challenging myself in modeling, in sports, and top model, talent show, and everything. It was a bit chaotic because there were so many competitors. There were like 74, if I remember correctly. So sometimes you always had to wait that one guy who was a bit late. So there was a decent bit of waiting, but it was still all good. I mean, we all got along together very well. I like the people in Philippines really much. They were so happy and friendly all the time, and I just had a great time. Also, I like the weather, even though it was the rain season, so it was not as sunny as I expect there usually is. But it was fine for me. I enjoyed being there a lot. A new culture to experience. So it was great.
You will be the country's representative in the upcoming Mr. Grand International, which will be held, by the way, in Manila later this year. So how do you feel about it? What are your preparations?
I think that the biggest factor is that I have already competed in an international competition that was specifically in Manila previously. So I have the experience about the people around me over there, and experience about that international competition.
You gained some fans here in the Philippines while you competed for Mr. World. Now, any plans to visit the world famous beaches that we have?
Yes, I would love to go
like
to the
Boracay or Palawan. I don't know if you've heard about it while you were here.
Actually, I did not go to any beaches last time I was there, so I really want to go to the Philippine beaches you have over there.
What kind of day do you think would you describe the best day of your life?
I'm not entirely sure. It needs to be like a day that compiles a lot of effort into a one day. For example, it could be graduating from university, or it could be getting married, or it could be winning Mr. Grand International competition, maybe. I don't know, but it needs to.
Now, how important is it to look good all the time?
it's not that important right now we're in lockdown and everyone has masks and everything. So I don't know. I don't focus on present. I focus on the future instead.
Finland is one of the highest in terms of the English proficiency index among all the countries in Europe. Do you think that's more of an advantage, especially from you? This you be
Yeah, it's kind of an advantage, but I would also love to be able to speak Spanish because a lot of the other competence from, for example, Latin America is they only speak Spanish fluently.
The teams have their own world.
Yeah, that is true. But considering like the locals and the competition wise, it might be a little advantage. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see, I guess.
Now, moving on with the next part of our conversation, which is the Q&A round. Okay, this Q&A round, think of it as like the male pageant setup. I'm sure you're very much aware of this one. We've actually prepared some of the questions, you know, some of which are like hypothetical, some of which are like situational. So this is like one of the challenge. So are you ready for that?
I don't know.
Okay.
let's do it.
Which role of a man do you think that complements a woman better? A father, a son, or a partner?
I think it has to be the father because the father has a lot of influence over the man during his early years. So there's a lot that upbringing brings out of a people.
Would you marry the one you love or the ones who love you?
The one I love.
Do you consider yourself a giver or a taker?
Maybe taker if I had to choose between the two. I would like to say that I'm in the middle, but have to say taker, I guess.
Because? Taker, it's because?
I always want things to be fair between me and the other person I'm interacting with, but if there's a chance to give myself like a few percent edge over the other person, I would take it. I mean, you gotta be a little bit selfish to make it up in this world.
All right, moving on with our next part, the fast talk. Okay, this is actually this is the last part of our conversation. Okay, please answer this as quickly as possible. Okay, no more explanation. Your favorite food?
Pizza.
How much sleep do you get per night?
9 hours.
How many pillows do you sleep with?
3.
The last thing you do before you go to sleep?
I watch my phone for some YouTube videos.
Do you snore?
Sometimes.
The first thing that you do as soon as you wake up?
Check my phone.
Do you talk in your sleep?
Sometimes.
Your favorite hideaway?
I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I guess it has to be my grandparents' cottage in by the sea.
What workout do you do?
I go to the gym and that's about it.
What part of your body that needs improvement?
My arms.
What part of a girl's body that is your favorite?
Hips.
What else in a girl that turns you on?
What is the word? Of course, the facial qualities, lips, the nose, the eyes.
What turns you off?
I don't know, being rude and unhygienic.
3 women that you find sexy.
I'm really bad at name of the actors and
yeah.
I'm sorry I can't answer that question.
What is your ideal girl?
It would be have a great sense of humor, have a physical, some sort of physical activity, like a sporty type.
Are you currently dating someone right now?
Yes, I am.
The world is watching right now, Tino. How will you promote Finland with the rest of the world?
We keep safe distance even if there's no corona, so it's great to be here. Amazing, and it's really unique, and the people, well, they are kind of quiet, but they are still friendly and helpful. So yeah, and I feel really safe here.
Okay, this is the last part of our conversation. Before anything else, I'd like to thank the Nordic Beauty Pageants organization, headed by my good friend Leo Sergitat, for
It is.
this opportunity I have with you. Final words to your fans, by the way. Final words to your fans.
Hope to see you all in Manila
Yes, we will see you in Manila this
this
year.
year. Yeah.
Thank you, and
Thank you.
have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.